Welcome back to Puzzle Quest Challenge of Warlords. We are playing a hacked run where we are intentionally breaking parts of our character, making them absurd. One of the things that I'm going to do to make my character absurd is, of course, let's see, well, let's go ahead and level up. We have 255 skill points here. We also have this value right here, which is battle skill 94. Now, clicking buttons is really slow. Let's just go ahead and give ourselves 1 point of battle skill, bringing us up to 95, and then we'll crack open our debugger right here. And you'll see now we have 95 battle skill, so let's go ahead and update that and do a filter. And we have right here about 20 lines up at C4, right here. What's that, you say? 95 battle skill? Or do we have 255 battle skill? That's right. So that's 255 battle skill right now. Let us go ahead and crack all of our other skills as well. So we have here, let's see, that's 26 points of Earth Mastery. Let's make that 27. Do a filtered search. All right. Right here, we now have 255 points of Earth Mastery. All right, how about Fire Mastery? 14. Actually, it looks like it's right next door here. Let's make that. Next one is Air Mastery 15. Yep. Then we have, what's this? 1 point of Cunning, 0 points of Morale. Okay, let's go ahead and, Water Mastery is the only thing left. Oh, here it is. Right here. Water Mastery. So, we can no longer level up. We have 251 points to spend, but there is nothing to do for leveling up. That actually makes me feel like what I want to do is, let's actually lower that down. I don't know why I'm doing this. Sure, whatever. How about this? Is that divisible by 3? I just want to make this a nice even 0 skill points remaining. Who wants to have excess skill points? Not me. It will not let me even put that. Alright, fine. 1 here. Go back. And there we go. Now, if I go ahead and check my hero inventory, yes, we are ranked 255 in every single stat. I bet the game is not intending you to have more than 100 in each stat. But hey, you know, that's just how good we are. Let's turn off the debugger. Alright, let's see, let's get a quest. Storms have been driving sea serpents into the sewers. We can clear them out. Sure. Rawr. Sea serpents are able to submerge, doubling their blue mana. They can use this mana to spit poison, which blinds and poisons their enemies, leaving their enemy unable to cast spells and losing life points. So we have the highest cunning, so we are going to go first, and our life is insanely high. Over 500 life. We also start, because of our stats, with enough magic to do all sorts of stuff. Do we want to? I mean, we could just cleanse. We could from turn 1 just say like, do the board over again. Instead of that, though, we can entangle. And then we can do things like, I don't know, evaporate? Would evaporate be good? Oh yeah, and because of our high stats, even matching random 3 of a kinds will sometimes give us free extra turns. That's part of the normal game. You have a certain percentage, but I don't know, at rank 255, what's the percentage? It's probably pretty high for free turns. So we can go ahead and evaporate. And then roll it. Popping lots of stuff. Want to use this lightning storm, but I don't know if that's the right choice here. Yeah, let's do it. Oh my god, we have 150. Hold on, how much damage is this gonna do? 40 damage, that forest fire, because my red mana is so high. Get out of here. Who even needs to match Skillz when you're dealing 40 damage per spell cast? Oh, it's submerged. Okay, and I'm out of yellow. Got some more yellow? There we go.
You are victorious.
All right.
Quest complete.
We are rewarded. Now, we can do these quests again. But let's go ahead and move on. Oh yeah, there's like a little skeleton guy here. Let's check out the tavern. Tell me about Riverguard. The Knights of the Riverguard live in the Red Tower inside the citadel of Maethelberg. They patrol the river to help keep the borderlands safe. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and get a quest. Prisoner. You must escort a captive sorcerer to the Red Tower, the home citadel of the Riverguard, located at Maethelberg. We can leave the sorcerer with the guardsmen here at Galia to the north. Nah. What? No, why not? He needs to be taken to the Riverguard in Maethelberg. Something is changing. Just north of the mountains, but here as well. It's like a storm, a huge storm. I can tell you feel it too. I fought three of these sorcerers in the past month. The Riverguard protect much of the borderlands, and they will have questions for him. Questions he will answer eventually. Then we will take him to the Riverguard, but I want your word that once we have done so, you will come north with me. We will not take him. You will. Me? Why me? You captured him. I am not permitted to go to Maethelberg. You must go in my stead. But why? What have you done that could be so bad? You're trying to help these people. My past is not important. What is important is that you take the sorcerer to the Red Tower. When you return, I give you my word that we will head north. Well, you've done that quite a few times, buddy. Let's go to Maethelberg. Not only can rats scavenge all the gold in play, but they can also inflict disease. Disease is a status effect that lasts a number of turns, and automatically lowers your mana every turn. So I think it's pretty reasonable to just, like, start the game by entangling. Like, gives you a couple free actions. Fortunately, this board is just not set up in a very convenient way.
You are victorious.
Maythelberg is an imposing city on a hill overlooking a river, Maythel. The very center of the city is an enormous red tower, the home of the River Guard.
Ah, Maythelberg. Take a long look around, girl. The next time you see it, this city will be ruled by the undead.
Shut up, sorcerer.
Ah, the name is Moarg. Moarg! You need to learn some respect, girl.
It's you who needs to learn respect. Now be quiet, there's plenty of time for you to talk when we reach the red tower. Let's visit the River Guard.
Wait, listen. Before you turn me in, I have an offer for you.
Nothing you say could interest me.
How do you know if you won't hear me out?
I'm warning you, be quiet.
You seek information, am I correct? You want to know where the undead that plague the lands are coming from, right?
You know something?
Oh, I know many things. If you take me to Skellhem and release me, I'll tell you everything.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. I'm an honest man. Not like your friend Darkhunter back there. He's manipulated you into helping him. Here you are running to Maythelberg on his orders. And you should be back in the north helping your people.
Tell me what you know now.
Not a chance. I will tell you when I'm released in Skellhem, not before. I will even give you a gift, an ancient sword that I think you will find most useful. But you must release me first.
I will consider it. So we have an option. We can actually go back to Skullheim, but come on. I'm not gonna let the necromancer out.
Why have you brought us this prisoner?
We captured him in Skellheim. He and his undead servant attacked a great number of travelers from Galia.
Well, why didn't you leave him for the authorities in Galia or Drakenberg? Why not bring him all the way to Maythelberg?
My companion suggested I bring him here. He seemed to think that you would want to question the prisoner. He is the third sorcerer that has been caught in the area recently.
And this companion of yours, where is he?
He stayed in Galia. You've probably heard of him. His name is Sirius Darkhunter. He's not allowed to come in the city.
I'll thank you not to mention his name again. But you're correct to bring the prisoner here.
Then you know of these sorcerers? We believe that they may be in the homeland of Agaria. They are followers of a cult from far to the north, servants of Bane, the Lord of Death. And they've been entering our lands for some time now, causing havoc. The last one we found was placed in the custody of the Inquisitors. He did not survive long, but after he died, his body rose up from some ghoulish creature that laid waste to half of our tower. We will not make the same mistake again. The questioning this time will be slower. My companion, Dark Hunter, is not allowed in Maethelberg. What do you have against him? He seems alright to me. Appearances can be deceiving, girl. You'd do well to remember that. And I told you not to mention his name again. So, thank you for delivering the prisoner. Now go. Alright. We can head back to Galia. And we can find Dark Hunter. But, you know, one of the things I think I want to do... We've maxed out our stats. I think it's time we start looking at items. Okay, so how am I going to do items in terms of hacking? Well, my guess is we want to search for a value called 0. And then I want to go ahead and filter search. Still having zeros here. And then let's buy this thing called Leather Helm. Do you want to buy it? Yes. I notice it disappears from the shop. So I want to say not equals, and I want to filter that search. Still want things that are not equal to 0. Let's check our inventory. Yep. So here you'll notice we have a leather helm. 25% chance to protect against 1 point of damage when you receive 2 or more points of damage. So, not a huge amount of benefit, but you can see here there is so many possible places where, you know, this could be located. Now, it's probably somewhere around here, the E4, like E4D kind of range. That's where all my stats seem to be. So let's go here and let's actually go to the shop and sell items. You have no items that can be sold. Alright. Do I have to unequip it first? So let's unequip it. And then let's go to the shop and sell items. I can sell this for 38 gold. Let's go ahead and sell that. And now I'm looking for the value should be equal to 0. Let's filter search. And reduce the search space a little bit. Still a lot of locations that it could be. Jump. Let's go ahead and buy it again. Something that is not 0. Should still be not 0. Checking my inventory, here this is. So there was a couple locations that were in the E4D area of memory. Let's go take a look. There's like, here we go, E4D 7D0 and E4D 7D1 is set to 0101. Those are both set. Let's try unequipping it. Nothing happens. Okay. And if I go to shop, and I go to sell, and I look here, ooh, they are now equal to absolutely nothing. So, did unequipping it reset that to 0, 0? Let's try this. When I re-equip it, it seems to still be 0, 0. But when I unequip it, it's 0, 0. Okay, let's go ahead and sell it. So I'm looking for a value that is equal to 0. So there is some, like, areas that are nearby that aren't quite that one. So let's try... Oh, these actually aren't even near E4D. Here we go. E4D7. It's also E4F. That's a possibility. Yeah, so we have these sort of couple of areas here. So I think we have enough information that... Wait a minute. You know, one of the things that you should really do when you are really messing with stuff is to go ahead and take a save. So we're gonna go ahead and take a save there, just in case we crash the game by messing with stuff, which has happened more often than I like to admit. So let's go ahead and set this to 0. Now when I set that to 0, this is still here. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. If I unequip it, it seems to still be here. Now let's try this one. Well, that seems to still be here as well. If I go into my inventory again, yeah, still here. Okay, now there's a value right about here. Which is value 1. Let's unequip this. Go to the shop. Here. See, now it's value 0. Why? Is that because it's unequipped? This was one of the things I was having a little trouble figuring out, which is why we haven't done any weapons yet. Now, one possibility is that the location is changing, and that would certainly be a concern. No items that can be sold, right, because I'm still wearing it. So this is kind of interesting. I see a value here. Druid armor, it says. Huh. Yeah, just clicking around, not really seeing where in memory the inventory could be. One curious thing is, like, right here, there's this, like, 106 value. It seems like every time I buy this helm, that value gets set to 1 for some reason. I don't know why that is. What if I unequip this? Okay. If I re-equip it, it gets set to 1. Unequip it, set to 0. What if I set it to 1? Okay, so that equips it. So this was what I found before. That this somehow controls whether something is equipped. So I also have this value here, where I can do that. Okay, that's my shield. I can do this, which is my longsword. And I can take this, and I can take off my leather helm. Now, I only have 3 items, but when I change this from, like, 48 to, I don't know, 47, my item just disappears. Okay. So let's change that to 48. And what if I were to, like, buy another helm? Here's a horned helm. Go ahead and buy that. Okay. So when I come here, I don't know if you can see this here, but there's this value IBSH. That seems to be the first item in my inventory. ILSW is the second item. ILEH is the third. And this one I just bought is IHOH. Then additionally, there's this, like, music map, blah, blah, blah. And that seems to be just garbage data, like, that hasn't been cleared. But doesn't seem to be used anymore. So here, I can now go here, and I should see right here, yeah, my horned helm is not equipped, and my leather helm is equipped, and I can swap that, and I'll see the 1 come over here. So I should be able to get arbitrary items by changing these values to whatever is an appropriate value would be. So let's say that it's, you know, 49 seems to mean there is an item at all. If this was, I don't know, 4A, this is probably gonna disappear. Yeah, so that's not gonna be a valid item. If this was 43, also my broken shield disappears. And if this was 54, that also doesn't work, but if it was 53... Wait, did I say 55? Oh. Corrupting this item. Should be 5340. It appears again. So how do I determine what valid ID numbers for items would be? Okay. Well, so I can look out these 2 helms. 48484857. This one is 45, and this is 4F. They're pretty similar, but what if this was like 4F? No, it disappears. Alright, what if I had, Okay, let's try this. I'm actually gonna just start overwriting this thing with like 4948. Wait, was that right? 4948 4F 4800. It disappeared. That's fine. Maybe I can't have two of the same item. So the value I want to copy here is 425348. And actually, it's still here in memory. 425348. Yeah, it's still here. I don't know what that should mean in terms of unlocking items. But you know, we can buy and sell items as much as we want. So I think we'll take a little bit of break from trying to hack the items directly. Now let's just go ahead and go on a shopping spree. So what kind of items we got? We got a leather helm. Sure, let's buy that. We got a circlet of skulls. 50% chance to create a random skull at the start of each turn. That sounds awesome. Let's buy that. Do we want to equip it? Of course we do. Let's see. Death Shroud. Create a +5 skull for every 8 points of damage you take. That seems scary. Why would I want that? Gives an 80% chance to protect against 1 point of damage whenever you generate this. Yeah, let's get the Death Shroud. And then for our weapon, let's see. Reduce your enemies' mana. Oh, this gives you +1 mana whenever any spell is cast, even opponent casting spells. These weapons are kind of mediocre. Adds 1 to your life every time you deal damage. Nah. Let's take the White Blade. I think that sounds reasonable. And then we have a miscellaneous item, which we haven't used yet. Adds +1 to your mana per mana you gain. Fire resistance. Every 3 points of experience will give you a mana of every color. That's kind of cool. Let's take that one. And if we were to pop this open, we can see that... Is our inventory even still here? No, our inventory's not here anymore. Now it's music. So maybe the problem is that when I'm checking my inventory and trying to understand how it works, what I'm actually changing is the menu rather than my inventory collection. So now if I look here... Yeah, now it's not even here anymore. Alright, we have some corrupt values, like this IH. That was the beginning of an item code. But now it's gone. It's not here. So changing those things that I thought were item codes, maybe what I was actually doing was changing the menu, so I could change whether the check mark was present or not, which is equivalent to being equipped. And I could change something about the item code, which meant the, like, it just disappeared. So it might have been a pointer to information about the item, and if it's not a valid pointer, the menu just disappears. But maybe it's not the actual item, right? Like, I might have somewhere else in memory that is storing the actual item, and whether I have it or not. Because I think you can only have one of each. So there's probably somewhere that will represent my item collection rate. Well, you know, while we're here, let's go ahead and buy things. I like to own all this stuff. Okay. Now, I think we're ready to find Dark Hunter. Uh-oh. Now, remember when I said sometimes the game crashes when you start messing with stuff you're not supposed to mess with? Right. Buy all this stuff. Check our inventory. Yeah, clearly something about what I did. The game did not like what I was doing. You took the sorcerer to the Red Tower. The matter has been dealt with. Now we have to head north. And as I promised, north it shall be. Now that your business is complete, I'll follow you north.
Quest complete.
So we get a new companion. He will do 10 points of damage for free to undead creatures at the start of battle, and a new companion has been added to your party. Let's check out the tavern. Tell me about griffins. The dwarves in the Agarian Pass have reported seeing many griffins, ogres, orcs recently. The pass is a dangerous place and they recommend keeping travel there to a minimum. Alright, find out about Dark Hunter's history. It's rumored that he was a Riverguard knight, but was exiled after an argument with its leader, Lord Greythane. Ooh. Lover quarrel? Get a quest. Troll Trouble. An old troll, Egor the Aged, has been blocking the bridge to River Mathel, causing trouble for all who pass by. You must chase him away. Must I? Must I really? Okay. Well, you know, we have a quest, but who wants to go all the way there to that troll? Let's instead, you know, I think we spent enough time in Galia. Let's go north. To Bartonia. Now we do have a citadel. So let's go ahead and build a dungeon. This will allow us to capture enemies. We want to do that, of course. We have a mage tower. Lets us learn spells from captured enemies. We want that. Stable will let us train mounts. Yeah, we want that. Forge allows us to create new magic items. That sounds cool. You can now use runes to create magic items here at the Forge. Runes are scattered around the world map and guarded by rune keepers. To begin, you must be given you have been given the 3 most common runes. All right. Siege Workshop lets you attack and capture cities on the map. What? Temple lets you improve your hero's skills. Yeah. Towers reduce the chance of rebellion in your captured cities by 50%. Do we have any rebellion? I don't know. Vault increases your gold income from captured cities by 50%. Sure. statues grant you a special award, king or queen, which improves morale by 5. Sure. Hail the queen! Your morale has increased. You've received a new award. So let's go ahead to improve skills now. We cannot improve any skills because we are at maximum. But in general, you know, if you were really trying to max out all your stats, the easiest way to do it would be to buy the stats that are cheaper and then pay for the stats that cost more skill points to increase. I suppose you can... Oh, and you have a maximum of 100 skill points that you can buy. So, yeah, you probably won't be able to max out everything. That said, we don't need to do any of that. We can forge items, but let's not do that for now. Let's go ahead to... Let's grab a quest. A band of orcs recently traveled over the Hammer Pass, took some prisoners, and headed back to Core. You must try to capture and rescue the prisoners. As if it were not enough that undead are overrunning our lands, now orcs are beginning to travel over the Hammer Pass. We will do what we can, Your Majesty. We'll meet the orc force and repel them. It's too late to repel them, I'm afraid. They've already attacked a village, taken many prisoners, and headed back to the pass. That's very strange. Orcs do not only take prisoners, they simply burn and kill anything in their paths. But there might still be time. Let's go. And go at once. Alright, so we're gonna go at once, of course. There's the Hammer Pass. Let's go check it out. Orcs are nearby, and they still have the prisoners. Good. We should be able to surprise them. I thought you recruited me to fight undead, not track orcs. So did I. But we go where we're needed. Besides, when I first met you, weren't you fighting orcs in the Borderlands? Indeed, but I was tracking a bunch of ghouls who'd fled the force at the time. The orcs ambushed me. Well, I'm sure we'll have plenty of undead to deal with in the coming days. We can rescue the prisoners or search for runes. I guess we'll rescue the prisoners first. We'll learn about runes a little bit later. This is an orc chieftain. He's got a great mang. Was that something that, like, turned into a skull? That was one of my abilities, right? Wait, what does it do? 50% chance to create a random skull? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what just triggered there. See a skull appeared, I think. Ooh, spell resisted. I did not know that that was a thing I could do. A spell resistance? Oh, 13% chance to interrupt any enemy spells. Neat. I don't know if I've, like, usually they're so low percent, like 1%, that I totally forgot that that's a thing that can happen.
victorious. Quest complete.
Alright, we freed the prisoners. Let's find out what searching for runes is. Not only can sandworms hide, but they're also rune keepers. And guard the runes to create items. Sure. I can get a rune of dwarves. To get this, I have to defeat the guardian. Okay. Yeah, let's try it. Swallowing me whole. This guy's going off. Now, what is this? Every 20 green mana, they will lose an additional turn. Can I just, like, forever lock them with insane amounts of green mana? It seems like it. Jesus, 74 yellow mana. Alright. This guy has some pretty high defense. With 149 red mana, I would assume this would be dealing a lot more damage. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they're resisting my damage so much, but that's fine. So I got a rune of dwarves.
Victorious.
That's cool. Can't search for anything there anymore. Let's go to Theria. I can search for runes here. He's a rune keeper. I can get the rune of trolls here. And 305 red mana. Okay. That, I think, will probably do. Oh, I see. You can only entangle every couple turns, so no, you can't. I don't think you can lock them down forever.
You are victorious.
Alright, we have returned. Let's go ahead and check out our citadel. Let's learn what forging does. So, we can take a rune of daggers. I mean, I guess a rune of dwarves and a rune of trolls, maybe? Oh, I see. So we can make custom items. So dagger, +1 damage whenever you deal 3 or more damage. Rune of crafting does nothing. This is +2 base damage, or +2 base rune ability, and +50% power rune ability. So what it'll be, +3 damage whenever you do 3 damage. And this is additional life. And so I could start with +3 mana, and yeah, I think We don't really need to make that item. But maybe it inspires us, like, oh, we can look around for runes. Maybe there'll be some cool runes around that will make us want to build something. Let's go to a tavern. Now, there's a lot of rumors hanging out here. Probably won't read them all. But learn about the Palace Guard. Palace Guard of Bartonia is a popular training academy for young nobles. You can learn basic magic fighting skills and how to behave in royal court. Alright. Well, let's go ahead to get a quest. There's a strange undead creature, a lich, is blocking access to the forest in Silvermere. The Wood Elves need help fighting it. An emissary from the Wood Elves of Silvermere has just arrived. They're sending us help? Actually, they're asking for our help. Foul creature has sealed the road into Silvermere and will not let anyone pass. It was sheer luck that the emissary made it through. But we have no one to spare. Unfortunately, we must help. It's the free people of Etheria, and if they're to survive the blight that is upon us, we must do so together. I'll go, Your Majesty, and I'll return as quickly as possible. I knew you would understand. Defeat this creature, and then let the Queen of Tatiana of Silvermere know that the road is clear once more. She will reward you handsomely. Alright, let's go check it out. So here's Alfland. What exactly is this creature we're hunting? Liches are among the most powerful servants of Lord Bane. If nothing else, the creature's presence here proves that Bane's hand is behind these events. There's only one road into Silvermere. We will undoubtedly find the Lich waiting for us there. It sounds dangerous. It is. Here, take the Lichbane charm. If you wear it, every blow will land and do extra damage to the Lich. Give it to the Queen when you reach Silvermere. It is she who gave it to me many years ago. You've been to Silvermere before? My father was from Silvermere, though I am not welcome there any longer. You're banned from a lot of places there. What's the problem in Silvermere? Look at me. Do I look human or elven to you? A little of both, I guess. Exactly. My father was an elf, my mother was a human. The Wood Elves of Silvermere call me a half-breed. Queen Tatiana was one of the few who was kind to me. She gave me this charm as protection when I last left the forest. Now, she has a greater need of it than I do. I see. But what about Maethelberg? Why can't you go there? That was something entirely different. A private matter. You ask too many questions. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Yes, you did. Now I'm in the mood to hunt some undead. Shall we go? Gives us the Lichbane charm. Nah, we don't need no Lichbane charm. Let's go kill this Lich. So, Liches, with both their items and spells, are prone to create skulls all over the grid. They can use their green mana to Death Gaze, which halves your life points. Wow, that's actually a lot of damage. There we go, Dark Hunter showing off his cool talent. Dealing 10 damage for free right at the start. We will be entangling. There's explosions everywhere.
You are victorious.
Alright, we can siege. Yeah, let's go ahead and siege this before visiting Queen Titiana. We're gonna... I think it's a little confused. It gave me no text description there. So, what actually shows up in this? So, Mage Tower adds half damage equal to your highest mana when you do 2 or more damage. Stone Wall gives us extra life points. Wooden Gate, 75% chance to protect against some damage. And a Mana Node, +5 to all skills when an enemy casts a spell. It also has Entangle and Wall of Thorns, so it's sort of a green-based thing. Okay, the Wall of Thorns means green is life points. That's kind of funny. Dealing 43 damage didn't kill it, actually gained a life that turn. Wow. You have added a new city to your empire. Every month this will give you some gold. Beware, there's a small chance the city will rebel. Hey Queen Tatiana, you don't mind that I conquered your city, do you? I can check out my citadel from here as well. Now, that is one nice thing, because I think in the default you have to go all the way back to Bartonia. This way you can pick up quests and stuff here. We're gonna go ahead and just go to the tavern. Let's learn about, I don't know, maybe we'll pick up a quest. Every year, the Elves of Silvermere deliver a gift to the Ambraxis, Dragon of the Alphaland Swamp. They have asked you to take the gift to them this year. Alright. I mean, we'll go there later. For now, let's visit the Queen. Our thanks to you and all of Agaria. It has been difficult with the orcs, but now that you've conquered our castle, I guess we can rely on you to defend us? Yeah, we've got these creatures as well. And I'm all the more in her debt and yours. Also, I've got this Lichbane charm, but honestly, you should be worried about me instead. Give Cirrus my thanks. He's welcome in my palace anytime. You mentioned orcs. Did they take any prisoners? Indeed they did. Very odd behavior for orcs. It's not something we've ever seen before. We've seen the same thing in Agaria. Do you think it's related? The orcs and the undead? We believe so. The orcs were just looting and pillaging, as orcs always do. Then we would simply say that we had seized upon an opportunity, having seen us weaken from the undead attacks. But the change in their behavior and the appearance of the undead at the same time? That's too much of a coincidence. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll take this news back to Queen Gwendolyn. It could be useful.
Quest complete.
Alright. And that sort of brings us to a reasonable stopping point, I think, in the main quest. Let's go to a shop. Now, since this is a big city, we're going to have a couple different items here. We got this Lycaean crown. We're going to buy that. We don't want to equip it, though. I mean, normally getting plus morale skill would be kind of cool. But we just want to, like, destroy everything. Leather armor, nah, I'll just buy it. Does a point of damage to your enemies whenever you receive 2 points of damage. That's probably not worth it. Bonus experience is not worth it. Free green mana, nah. Plus 1 damage is probably not enough. There we go. Plus 2 damage and turns a single random blue into a yellow. Kind of cool. 25% chance to reduce your enemy's red mana to 0. That's good. I think that Great Mang is probably better than the White Blade. Oh wait, no. Because it's only 25% chance, and the other one's 100% chance to reduce by 5. Adds 1 damage and 1 yellow mana. Nah. Lucky Stones. Increases your cunning skill. Well, we don't need any cunning. We're maxed out. Does 1 point of damage to your enemy whenever you receive 2 or more damage? Nah. Adds a mana for every 3 mana. Right. So we bought everything that's available here, and we're at the maximum level cap. I think this is probably a good place to stop. So here's one thing I'm going to do. We'll save off screen. Let's just take a quick look at our character, where we're at. So we're actually over the 255 cap. We're at 260 morale. I didn't know that was possible. You know, I just assumed 255 was the cap. That might be something worth looking into. I can't really check out my morale stat. So we have all of our spells up to level 50. Of course, we don't have any enemy captured skills. Probably want to check those out at some point. We've got Sierra's Dark Hunter in our party. We don't have any captives. We don't have any mounts. We do have Kingdom. We now have 2 things within our kingdom. We've got our rumors. We have our, win list. We've lost once technically against a goblin. That was when I was creating my character. I got a little confused. I started a goblin battle. And we lost once against him legitimately because we were totally destroyed by him as a level. It was like a level 40 orc or something, and we had not used any of our skill points or equipment. But we now are a royalty, so I think this that's what you get for building the statues or something within your castle. So it's just a free +5 morale, which is nice. Might be able to get other rewards somehow. So that's where we're at. Next time we'll continue with the story, and who knows, maybe we'll capture some enemies and start getting some enemy skills. Sounds fun. I'll see you then.